What's up, guys, and welcome back again. Today is another day, another beautiful day in America, another beautiful day in Hawaii out here. Okay, so we're going to talk about the Corvette. Okay, yes, GM has a Corvette team, they got a Camaro team. But guess what? GM shifts their Corvette team leaders to now focus on electric vehicles. And when I say Corvette leaders, electric vehicles, it makes sense that we're talking about possibly an electric Corvette. Alright guys, so in a monumental move, yes, General Motors is moving and transferring its team of Corvette engineers and company to growing autonomous and electrical vehicles. So electrical, that didn't even make sense, but electric vehicles, pardon me. Alright, so effective September 1st, this is going to be a massive, very massive shakeup for the whole company, reshaping the future of America's sports car and automotives. As a whole, you know, again, moving into electric vehicles. EV vehicles are the future. So if you want to continue to grow, if you want to grow your fan base, you know, all these different things, you need to go ahead and keep up with the times. All right, like I said, people were doubting Tesla. Now look at Tesla, one of the greatest head of the game when it comes to EV vehicles. Still have some mistakes, still have some issues, but autonomous vehicles are the future. Even though a lot of people don't trust in it or believe in it, me being one of those guys. But I can see it is the future. It is cleaner energy, and we just have to find better energy sources in a sense. But who knows? Let's go ahead and see what exactly they are talking about here. Alright guys, so the team at the Inside EVs were the first to report on this international shift within GM. Alright, so it's a big internal shift, highlighting how the company is following through to their EV day commitments from back in March. The report notes that the Corvette Executive Chief Engineer, Tad, okay, I'm going to mess his name up, I'll just put it up on the screen. He will remain in his post, alright, while Ed Patik will assume a new role as Chief Engineer of the future product, alright. So Josh Holder will replace Patik as the Chief Engineer for the global Corvette. According to the report from Corvette forums, there are some mixed feelings going on within General Motors about this move. That can only be expected. But it goes on to say that some sources were saying that the Corvette team was not happy about the move, while others stated that the team was excited to be working on a new vehicle. However, GM did confirm to the outlet that the team will be finishing all of their current projects within the C8 generation. This should mean that there's no reason to worry about models like the upcoming Z06 or the ZR1 or even the Zora. Our own sources further galvanize that data. So what does that say? GM is updating, GM is shifting, and GM is moving. Just like the military I compare it to every 3 years is a PCS, they don't want you to get complacent or stagnant. They want fresh new blood and new brains and new minds inside of that factory and fresh new engineers. So not everyone's going to like it because they got comfortable, but I think it's nice to actually switch things up, move things up, and make it a fresh new start for a fresh new build, especially when you're getting into the EV scene. So what does this mean? Why is it happening? What's going on right now inside of General Motors? Guess what? GM isn't the only ones. I'm pretty sure you could talk about Toyota or Dodge or Jeep or Chrysler or Lamborghini. Alright, emissions is getting harder. Global emissions restrictions and rules are getting harder. Alright, the more emissions your car lets out, the bigger the fines are. The bigger, you ever bought a car for me, the ZL1, and I had to pay like emissions fee? I had to pay a gas guzzling fee? It's like, why? Why am I paying these fees? It's because General Motors and other developers and manufacturers create vehicles. They want to make them faster, better, stronger, more sporty, more muscly, but guess what? They're going to cost and they're going to have to pay on the back end. So to start to get ahead of the game, hey, let's just stop making gas vehicles. Let's get into electric, because in electric, they're faster, quick, the more motors we can do. Yes, we're more limited on range depending on how you drive it in sports. Sport modes are different modes and different vehicles per se. If it's an off-road vehicle, a lot of that torque is going to take energy. If it's a sport vehicle, a lot of the speed is going to take a lot of the power. So I think a lot of manufacturers are limited by the battery. It's easy to build a shape, an external skeleton of a car, put some internals into it, put some motors into it, but how we're going to power it is the biggest thing. That's why a lot of people look up to Tesla. That's why you see Tesla innovative and ahead of the game when it comes to EVs, because a lot of people were focused on other things and gas-powered motors, when Tesla was ahead of the game, focused on electric, and that's all they're based on. There's no combustion engines in a Tesla. So we know General Motors themselves has announced different upcoming electric vehicles, right? Remember, I have a video pretty much old, like last year, that talked about the Humvee. There's a newer video talking about the battery-powered Silverado. Perhaps the move to solidify this may be the C9 Corvette that will arrive as the first fully electric Corvette ever. Who knows? What does this mean for the future? The V8 powered Corvette is something we'd rather not think about right now. Alright, so while we still have many years left over to currently think about it, because the generation of C8 is going to continue for a few years after, it is possible that it will be the last one powered. It will be the last powered. Maybe they move into the C9 and it's going to be a hybrid. I don't see them just jumping from combustion straight to electric. It'll be a hybrid. We're bound to learn more, and hopefully in the future, when we move forward with the C8, we're going to see exactly what can be possible coming with the C9. A little sliver of hope for the enthusiasts and automotive Americans. This could all reverse course of marketing. Simply, it does not take too kindly to electric vehicles in the future. Who knows? Like I said, Tesla Roadster was mentioned years ago, like 3 years ago, and I still haven't seen one hit the road yet. Who knows? But this is something smart. Every manufacturer will be behind the game if they're not trying to develop. Doesn't mean they have to come out with something. Yes, they're going to spend millions, maybe $1 billion trying to manufacture this because they have to create something for themselves. So who knows? This is the future. This is the future we're going into. We always talked about it. We always see it on TV, whether it be Will Smith and iRobot. But there's going to be hovering cars. There are going to be flying cars. There are going to be electric cars because we are destroying the earth and we know it. And we can't sustain ourselves off of fossil fuels because those take millions of years to be produced. And we are going through them before you know. So anyways, let me know what you guys think about a possible electric vehicle, all right? A possible electric Corvette, per se. That's going to be crazy. I don't know how I feel about it because the point of muscle in sport is the sound, the noise, and that high revving, whether it be a flat plane crank or just a big gas guzzling ZL1 or 7.0 liter freaking Z28. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Would you support this in the future? Even if we don't support it, I mean, there's other countries that are making people buy them. Like, you have no choice but to do so. America, you know, home of the free, so they're not really going to do that. What they're going to do is they're going to tax the hell out of combustion engines like they're starting to do. And then the electric vehicles like Tesla is going to give you so much tax write-offs. That's just going to push the generation into that. I was thinking about doing that myself. I am not too sure, but I appreciate you guys every time. I love it. Thank you for the videos, shares, the love, the views. We're growing. But until next time, it's Josh Harris, who is Sport Enthusiast. Don't forget to like this video. Help it pop up there. Whether you like it or not, just let me know. Until next time, don't forget I love you guys. I respect you guys. And I damn sure salute ya. Peace.
My wine glass. That's when I look away. Can't stand and think about losing your fine ass. How the fuck I let you slip away? Life for the party, but I'm dead inside. Kill my vibes, it was genocide. Hard to act like I've been alive.